Well, hello there. My name is Lucas Miller, host of the Fear Free Passive Investing podcast. Thanks so much for being here. I know it's been a little while. It's been a tough last couple months, actually. Not in a bad way, but in a good way, actually, a really good way. I've had a lot of things going on, including the birth of our brand new little baby girl. And she is doing well. Mama's doing well. So things are getting back to normal a little bit, as much as they can be right now during an election year. um, I would not qualify what we're experiencing right now as normal, but it's normal as it can be. And hopefully we'll be back to a regular podcast schedule. But today's episode is a little different. It's going to be a little frustrating for me to get it out, and we'll go from there. But right now, I'm a little frustrated, if I'm being honest. And I posted about this on Facebook. And if we're not Facebook friends, go ahead and send me a Facebook invite, a friend request. I don't know what those are. My Facebook is down in the comments or in the description or at fearfreepassive.com. Anywhere you can find me. I'd love to be your friend. Unlike these people that I'm going to talk about today, I do not want to be their friend. So I posted about this on Facebook, but this week alone, I have had 3 unsolicited offers for securities. And my phone's ringing, so that's frustrating. All right, there we go. I've had 3 unsolicited offers for investment opportunities or deals. And if you're listening on the podcast, I'm using air quotes right now, deals. 3 unsolicited offers this week. Now, 2 by email, 1 by text message. And I actually did get a robocall too. Like this, my phone rang. I don't know how, but my phone rang and I went to pick it up and it went straight to voicemail. And then I got a voicemail talking about how they're having this great deal webinar and I need to be there for it. It was sad. And it's a ridiculous precedent. And I just want to discuss why you should and should not be expecting things like this as a passive investor. Now, I'm not going to out these people. I'm not going to say their names or flame them or their company's names. But if you're curious who it is, you can always email me, fearfreepassive@gmail.com. And we'll go from there. I don't know. I haven't really decided what I want to do about this. Because I'm frustrated, right? I'm a passive investor, but I haven't opted into any of these sponsors' emails. I've never had a phone call with them. I've never had an in-person conversation that I know of, right? Like I meet a lot of people, but I've never actually met these people. And if I have, I definitely don't have a really good relationship with them. I don't even think I've emailed them before. So I've never given these people my email address or my phone number that I can think of. So, I have no idea who they are. But that didn't stop them from offering me a quote deal, an investment opportunity, a syndication. Now, just to be clear, I'm not saying these folks did anything illegal. Actually, from what I can tell, they were 506c exemptions offerings. So they probably had the ability to advertise to an audience without having a previous relationship. I'm not saying they should be texting individuals without gaining some sort of opt-in, but that's probably legal too. Lord knows I've had so many political text messages lately, which is ridiculous. Like so many different groups texting me. I have the option to put in your phone number into my opt-in. When you go to my website, you have that ability to put in your phone number, so I can text you about new deals when they come up. But there's a huge difference there. And I don't use any sort of robocall system or robo-text system. I call you from my personal cell phone and I text you from my personal cell phone. It's me on the other end of that. So if you've ever gotten a deal alert text message, it's not some fancy system. It's me texting you. And, that's not to say I won't use, an automated text messaging system in the future. I'm not, down on that. But what I will say is I will always make sure we have, a conversation first, preferably in person, but sometimes that's not possible. So I will make sure we have a lengthy conversation over the phone or, over a Zoom call, whatever we can do. These people are not well-known syndicators from what I can tell. I mean, I know a lot of people in this world, and it's a small world. I've never even heard of them before. If they were huge names in this space, I can understand the need to automate some of this stuff. You can't personally call or text thousands and thousands of people to raise a lot of money. Um, my guess is that's probably how some of the bigger guys do it. That being said, these people probably aren't that big. I'm guessing that's not the case. I'm guessing they're just pure laziness. They aren't interested in building a relationship with you before taking your money. They weren't interested in talking to me. They weren't interested in finding out about me, or even, having an introductory conversation. For all I know, I could be flat broke and they're offering to, pitch me a deal and take my money. They aren't interested in to learn more about my goals or your goals. If passive investing is even right for them in the first place, like that's what's utterly insane to me. I've had several conversations where I've told folks, potential investors, that I could have taken their money. I have told them that this isn't for them. They should wait to get involved in these deals either before they're a little more comfortable with the scenario or they have more cash on hand. I've had that conversation several times, and it seems like they weren't interested in that. If you set up a call with me, we will talk through your goals, your fears, your worries, what I'm offering you. And if that doesn't work out for you, if that doesn't get you further towards your goal, I'm going to end the conversation there, friendly, of course. And I'm going to give you advice on what we should do next. But frankly, it's pretty easy to raise money right now. There's many people that are ditching the stock market, looking for a place to put money. But they're ditching the stock market in part because they have such little control. They don't know the faces behind the numbers. That's what I want to offer them. Customer service isn't just for retail products. I want to always be someone that my investors can call or email on my personal phone or my personal email and get a response quickly. Not right away, not necessarily. I'm not saying I'm going to answer the phone every single time it rings. I hate that. In fact, I just ignored a call just a minute ago. But get a response quickly. And it's sad to see people out here trying to cut corners. Customer service is something I want to pride myself on. I think that's something that we as syndicators of private equities can really offer people that the stock market can't. I always say, like, you can't call the CEO of Coca-Cola or whoever you're investing in. You can't call them, but you can always call me. And by getting robocalls or robo text messages, that just totally is cold and impersonal. And like I said, it's sad to see people cutting corners. It's not surprising, but it is kind of sad. As a passive investor, and that's who my audience is, as a passive investor, you should expect more from your sponsors. It's like a marriage. You wouldn't want to marry someone for, it's a 5 to 7 year relationship between us usually. You wouldn't want to marry someone just because they sent you a text or a robocall. No, you want to get to know them. You want to know what their goals are, and if you're going to work well together, and if you can depend on that person. As a sponsor multifamily, and if there's any of you listening, that's not my primary audience, but I know some of you do. Don't cut corners. Don't blast out thousands of text messages. It's a small world, and news travels very fast. By the way, I keep a running list of sponsors that I recommend to my investors. If one of them needs to place money, and I don't have a deal going, and I can't take their money, I recommend people for them to go to and reach out to. They might have a deal going when I don't, but I promise you right now, these sponsors that sent me those emails, they will never be on that list. I will never recommend someone that does that, just because, it's not always because of the impersonal nature of this, but it's more because I see it as something that's lazy. I don't know these people. I assume they're cutting corners there, and who knows where else they're cutting corners. They're probably just in it for a paycheck. So they will never be on my recommended sponsors list. But that being said, if you want to have a personal phone call with me, or email if you prefer, some people don't want to talk on the phone. That's fine. We'll chat over email, maybe do a FaceTime call or something. But if you want to talk about your investing goals or investing in a future deal, make sure to click the link down below. If you're watching on YouTube, it's right down below. If you're on the podcast, it should be in the description somewhere, and just schedule a call. Or if you don't want to go through that, because sometimes I'm a little put off by someone sending me their calendar link for me to schedule a call with them. I think that's a little pompous sometimes too, but it does make it really easy to schedule calls. But if you don't want to do that, I'm going to give you my personal cell phone number. If you just send me an email, just fearfreepassive@gmail.com, just send me an email. That email address goes right to my phone. It's not an automated system. There's no tricks behind this. Just send me an email saying, hey, I want to chat. Give me your cell phone number. I'm going to respond back with my cell phone, my personal cell phone. That way you can call or text me to your heart's content. And you know what? You can even sign me up for a bunch of robocalls or text messages, whatever, just to annoy me. But at least that is the first step to getting your questions answered, because I truly believe that me helping people out and educating them on what they should and shouldn't expect out of these private equity offerings, especially in commercial real estate. I don't know anything about, gold or silver funds or anything like that. But if it's about commercial multifamily, I want to help people, because I truly believe that if I come from a system where I'm educating you and helping you to become better and getting you towards your goals quicker, you're going to want to invest with me and not with someone who's just blindly sending out thousands of text messages. So, it's hard to say what will come of that. I'm sure they will be successful because there's a lot of people looking to place money, but that's not the way I want to do things in my company. And if that sounds good to you, then I suggest we have a phone call. But hopefully this helps you realize what's going on out there. But if it doesn't, or if it does, just let me know. Give me some feedback. I'd love to talk to you. I know there's a lot of people that are anxious right now about deals in the stock market. And if I can help with any of that, I would love to have a conversation with you. So hopefully we'll get back to a normal podcasting schedule, like I said. But if there's anything in the meantime that I can help you with, always reach out. fearfreepassive.com, fearfreepassive@gmail.com is my email. And I look forward to talking with you then. Thanks, everyone.